I'm just relaxing. Don't mind me, guys. Let y'all get settled in here for what we're going to play. This shouldn't take up the whole stream, but it might, because just how fucked up this game's gonna be. Sorry, I'm just fixing something here. Make sure you guys are getting sound. There we go. Cause this is just gonna be all shades of wrong in a minute. This is a game that was just made for me to fuck up and have fun with. And yes, before anybody bitches, I am wearing the fox hat. It's starting to get colder now, so I can actually wear this more comfortably and not die under my studio lights, so it's a lot better. Alright. Let's start this train wreck. EvilJess. Confirm. Biscuits and fried chicken, baby! Yeah! Need some cornbread, though. Really seriously need some cornbread. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Chicken attack! We got fucking BTS over here. Little hearts in the window. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you can wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack that clock. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Chicken attack! Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What will you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. No, we need to take this seriously. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You burst through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Yeah, made sure I did that this morning. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit straight out the door, buck fucking naked because you probably didn't put your clothes on, and head off to class. Just what you need to get the blood flowing. Biscuit. Standing the quads, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Hey, here comes your best friend, Miriam! She's the most awkward, adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. So it's like my Kylie. Good morning, EvilJess. Are you excited for the first day of our rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together, you rescued me from that quicksand box. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. Quicksand box? Yeah, that definitely sounds like my childhood. My parents would pull that kind of shit. You're going to do great. But with the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning's famous 3-day-only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up! A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss, she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you prep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Let's give her some relief. It's hard to see Miriam like this and frankly quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you try to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer you've been hearing rumors about a dreamy, egomanic mystery student who's enrolled at this school. Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now, what about this mystery student we've read about in the school message board? Any new deets? Oh, get this! I heard his name is Harland, and he's no ordinary student. They said he has powers. He's had him ever since he was born. From an egg! An egg like a chicken? Don't be ridiculous. But that thing about having powers, it would line up with some of the other rumors I've heard. Like, I heard he once fought a bear with just his smile, and nothing else. You both sigh thinking about a student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreamy. What is it, Sakamoto? But before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival and a total thought. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Got some dummy thick thighs there. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave EvilJess's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is ignoring. You know for a fact it's actually Ashley, but she added extra letters to make herself feel better than anyone. If everyone here knows what perfect shin looks like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across from the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van, the man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Ahem, Van. You rang? Fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, anyone? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have just been as close as you as Miriam, but substantially more deviants, and probably fucking. I can't believe the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now? Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's no time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Fish. See you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this really be a student in school? He must also be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm EvilJess. So, are you going to take hold of this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure of where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium in front of the class. Adorable Fluffy! Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, our head instructor at CSL of UCSAL. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute, little, and fluffy, but I still demand respect! Woof. What? A cute dog is a professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, the wind begins to rush over you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fills the air in the classroom. Oh yeah, here we go, baby. Get that hot, buttery gravy out, because here it comes. I'm chilly. Somebody close the window. And then, he walks in. Oh. You're immediately swept up in the aura of the new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him! It's... If it isn't my favorite student, Holland! Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence.
Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to beat across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong.
It over here must be sweaty. Sweats a lot.
Maybe we should open up the window back up before faucet pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. You two both know my name, or we were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all your really weird insults? It's a good thing you didn't forget about the deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot! Professor Dog steps in to settle down the class and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends, past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood. There might even be adorable tiny food. When all that is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and complete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech.
Hi guys, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss...
Quiet! Late to class is bad enough. Hey, Stone Cold Kyle! It's bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man! Are you sure you're even in the right place?
Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher.
Everyone stares at him blankly. I know, Professor Dog!
Does no one remember me?
You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students, that tardiness is unacceptable! Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student sprinkles his reference. He just used to see some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. Never had a talking to others, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Try to butter him up by giving a treat. What kind should we give him? Of course, this is a chicken-based game. We're gonna go with the chicken snack. You reach beneath your apron and return a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well, I think there might be some competition for new star students. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. I always do, because I love them puppers. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain.
Hey, EvilJess, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. This is this game is called, I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking, dating simulator. Basically, KFC gave permission for some game devs to make this game, and this is what they've produced. So we're trying to bone. We're trying to get with Colonel Sanders. That's what the fuck this is. I'm just having fun exercising my voice acting skills. Just having fun. 2 options, but what will I choose? Well, you know what? I'm gonna sit by my best friend because bros before hoes, baby. You move to take your seat by Miriam.
I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class.
Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by?
Colonel Sanders, he has such a magnificent personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better. I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days, and that's like a lifetime.
Yep, that's why yeah, it's got all the anime tropes. There's like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, a Team Rocket Thought. You got her. I mean, it's all over the board. It's all over the board. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions this, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. Yeah, he is. As soon as you're settled into your seat, that professor makes an announcement. Think fast! It's time for a pop quiz!
Yay! A quiz about me!
This is incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper! Here comes question number 1! If train A is traveling to point B and point B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Well, damn right. Always wash your hands. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Well, meat tenderizer definitely. Well, yeah, comically oversized fork, but no, a spork. You get the spoon and the fork. And little known history fact, General Patton invented that while he was in Japan because he couldn't eat with chopsticks. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? A camel meat. Camel. Never had camel yet. I heard it's pretty tasty. A pancake that looks like a silly face. Now fuck that shit. Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not somebody's sperm. And not too much salt. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? No, yes. He's a talking dog. He is the best boy. Hells yeah! That's right. Perfect score. Your total score is perfect. Perfect score. Wow, be honest. Did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity, EvilJess, you just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch! Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes a sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Damn fucking right! A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Hey, I was...
It's about lunch. Everyone cheers.
But I... Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch.
She said, shh. In honor of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
That must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed, that smell. I love his voice, like, oh. It's like, oh. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head, and contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken breaded and fried to crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has lifted a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Not like you could do that everywhere else around here. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating! That's usually what my stomach says. It says, feed me, bitch. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve that perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I have to say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secrets, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anybody is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared for follow-up, but she suddenly takes a different approach.
Yeah, and I was, like, writing in my diary. Dear Diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender.
Begone, thought. You see her body language changing from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realized that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van the Man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide as he starts contorting his face when he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket. Yeah, take it out of his bucket. And sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Oh! Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Swim towards the light, identify its true flavors, savor the moment, and everything it tells you about Colonel Sanders' Cullen. The flavors in your mouth are pure, beautiful, and heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It is an idea, and he's got the pimp stick. I had a combination of flavors that will make me my fortune, establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep it secret. In fact, I've got some of my own I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting starting. We've got 2 more days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easy, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly away, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but I can't tell. But you can't tell. I use blank. It's something my great-great-grandmother taught me. It's fucking LSD. Blank! Wow, I never would have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some of that if you searched. While you're wrapped up in the huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared while everyone else is still in the cafeteria. You decide to look for him. Find the Colonel standing outside in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say, the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. You want to figure out, now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. I'm gonna be modest but awful. I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you have his attention. First you had his curiosity. Now we have his attention. Next, we will get his erection. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, EvilJess. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massing cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could make and need. Yeah, welcome to Kitchen Arena. Time to die, bitches.
Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not going to blow anything except kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lessons, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear? Want to be my partner? Sure, EvilJess. I'll prepare our station. As you partner, Miriam is left standing alone. Two different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner.
Beep, boop, bzz.
Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose.
Looks like you have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to be Miriam's partner? We're gonna take fucking Clank, because fuck Pop. He probably shat himself. He's gonna keep shitting himself. And I really don't want her to get everybody food poisoning. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay. I already ate.
Not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of this school is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him.
Tissue? I hardly know you.
Clank judders and the panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this might be a sign of affection. Or he's become sentient and going to kill us all. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish should you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Ooh. Steak tartare. How about we do Grandma's mashed potatoes and gravy? We're going to follow everything on the KFC menu. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, and comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes? And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine.
Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders?
We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business.
Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man.
Thought. Did someone call for me?
No. Jeez, Van, I'm over here crushing EvilJess's dream. You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember?
I'm loving the heavy metal background. Hang on. Colonel Sanders returns, armful of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into the boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. We're working on in a quartet instead of a duet now?
Actually, no. It looks like EvilJess was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring.
I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it.
Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows, we fit together like thigh and drumstick? It just makes sense.
Nothing about this makes sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel, and if you don't watch out, Ashley is going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunks of times. Turn to medium, your forever bestie who's always had your back. Ooh. You turn to Mimi. As soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. Yep, there we go. Get the friendship power.
Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them!
Actually, I think that Ashley and Van were just leaving.
Leaving you in the dust vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps, but stepping away from this competition, you're sorely mistaken.
Miriam, you are a loyal friend, but EvilJess is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize the tension of the moment. Your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into creamy mashed potato with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's your natural passion guided through the steps. As well, your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand, holding a beautifully white porcelain gravy boat out which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your neatly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. That's some food porn right there. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Granny's probably creaming, having go, oh, you made my mashed potatoes. It's the only thing that gave your granddad an erection back in those dark times. Yes. Yes. Colonel Sanders holds out a spork to you. You reach out and grab a hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand there holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes, lifting a heapful spoonful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Starting Sanders. And then, filled with rage without thinking, you fling the spork full of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
Van, do something!
Scooping up a fingerful of Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will we be ever able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right here, EvilJess. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better prepare to eat it wherever it lands.
Can I have potatoes face?
Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. In just a few minutes, I have prepared a full meal. Glaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle octopus in my silky saltwatery sauce. Plated on a battle axe forged by my supreme chef ancestors.
You've ignored me for too long. It ends now. It is I who will have the first bite and look down on everyone with envy.
The interrupting student rushes at Van. Van swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. It could be the octopus was rushed. It may have turned the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It's been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't
feel so good.
It killed him! Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back, the plate is gone and you notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped in Pop's mouth. Bye, Pop! Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shocked and frozen, the whole crowd is there, motionless as statues. That kid can't fucking die! Class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear as Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite the oblivious danger has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here!
Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on!
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want to know that they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the first time you're developing feelings for him. I mean, it's only been the first day, but that's like a year, right? Colonel Sanders? Yes, EvilJess. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. there's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since that, I've been working hard towards that deed, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of this story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Spork Monster is here to fight our hero. I think I left the fridge open. Later, nights. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting my guard down and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid, be very afraid because of me. Because I'm a monster, see? He's rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss the syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence! What will you do? Attack. You decide to go for the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love! Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real! The attack really upset the Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation! You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes away. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure. Yeah, you do you. Spork Monster focuses their mash mind, draws energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love! Spork Monster is no quitter, buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. You use utility utensil. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Defend. Which defense will you use? Buff up. No, I can control this much. Buff this. You start to feel bloated and quite frankly, a little gassy. You better attack soon or you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. Chow down. Chow down does 2 damage. A powerful blow. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the line and claws. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of over 1,000 chickens. Chicken attack! Pot pie power! Whoa! We're getting a little hot here! Woo! Pot pie power pinch. Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. You manage to tramp down your disgust at the sight of the gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be a cookbook. But upon closer inspection, it's much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name is signed out is Borko? Borko, that name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel the covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In a dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some strange reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are somewhat weird. ZZ. This guy. This fucking game. What the shit? You wake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. They were Were they memories? Premonitions? And then there's that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you. All right, not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, so I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank!
Like him? Like?
I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him, like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted the prom king at school he didn't even go to, and it was also the convertible that he himself rode in front of the homecoming parade.
What? I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooking language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, like the famous student to attend this university school academy of learning? You're a thing now?
We definitely connected yesterday.
I'm sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up.
A secret ingredient?
Yes, just like that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering.
This can't be good.
He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought him home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, it was a very strange feeling came over me, like the flavor was like unlike anything I had ever tasted.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both share interest in cooking it, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it would be much use to anyone.
Please, 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 please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it comes from you or Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it for the best bestie? You know what? I'm gonna go host before bros on this one. Quickly think of a fake ingredient name, but I don't know how about it. It was Eye of Newt! I know how it sounds. It's kind of like some sort of witch's potion, but what can you do?
Eye of Newt? Wow.
Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure out that you're satisfied with her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Here comes the Colonel! It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. I'm just gonna stand back. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging he's being awash, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish, then slaps the side of the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it to run free in the countryside. You're so struck by the sight of him, you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come off exactly right. What a beautiful, what a horsey-full... Dang it! That's just what I said. Being a good friend, Miriam entices to come.
Oh, EvilJess gets really nervous around people they like.
What? That's not helping!
I mean, they've got food poisoning up for all night. It was gruesome. You shouldn't have seen it.
She gives you a wink and smile, says, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears in the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you see your two rivals doing something very bad. Like, by the way they're hiding, you must know it's really bad. Like, counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with strict ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey?
You sit near the rivals, but leave your back to them. You even hear Van Van muttering something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping and try to cover the excuse with an improvising excuse. Ahem, it's time for class. You're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they were hiding and you instantly recognize it. It's the book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. Hey, that's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secrets. You notice they haven't been studying the book. They've just got Pop pinned to the wall and they're just tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's such in a hurry. Rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts! Watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bull swap! Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Wop wop! Your mother was a stand mixer. Bull swap! Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks him. Van Van sends him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders! These crazed men are about to come to blows! It must be over me! I'm not interested in either of them! Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Curly Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, or at least don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty, clear aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sparkles arrives to signal the true start of class. He's panting, which doesn't seem abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent this morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, you truly do. Which is why in 1776, the signing of the Declaration was a chicken who first signed their name. Can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders. You miss the most important parts. When you come to, Sparkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, EvilJess. Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? The glass of water, a simmering... Oh, shit. I don't know which one to use. The pepper's probably going to set my mouth on fire. The glass of water is coolly refreshing. He probably doesn't want me to take the dog biscuit. I grab the glass of water. Hey, that was mine. It was from my... Oh, fuck! You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before you can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter and make a dramatic announcement.
Today's lunch will be prepared via competitive cook-off.
Level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everybody's time. Is everything a competition with you two? Yes.
Yes.
Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Sure, but why not? But definitely not to constantly battle.
Yeah, stop acting... Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something?
I need to eat if I'm going to have the energy to stay my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef.
How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off the challenges from an everyday know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch, EvilJess. You should have it. It will give you the energy you will need to succeed.
Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you.
My special grilled cheese tomato soup with chocolate milk. Wash it down with a tartlet for dessert. Tiny food!
It only takes about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's kind of food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle! Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. He breathes a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer! Just then, a huge light blasts in front of your face, flashing the words, "Timer ready!" Why am I suddenly getting that Evangelion countdown music in my head? That's what I'm talking about. Arrgh! I stand corrected. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you get. My bestie can best the best of them. Best believe it. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. Now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy in one day, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. That's wrong. Shit! What were you thinking, EvilJess? Get your head in the game. You're going to need to season this chicken before you take it. You don't know how, Colonel, but you have an idea. That's right! You might not know all of the ingredients, but at least you're headed in the right direction. It's time to elevate your craft. What state of the mind is the most favored? Vigilance. Ah, shit. I'm begging you to get it together! Gee, I'm a dog! It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Stronger and faster than you. You pick up the pace if you want to survive. Your child, never forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. That's right! Ahoo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling! No, don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yup! Game over. Alright, let's try again. Shit! I can't believe I fucked that up. Ah! Alright, let's try this shit again. Let's see how far back it's gonna take me. Hopefully it takes me back. Ah, here we go. Alright, yep. Competitive cook-off. Alright, tell him to fuck off, because I don't want to fight. I want to eat. Miriam gives her awesome lunch, which is so fucking cool. Alright, here we go. Game face. Alright, here we go. Ooh! I stand corrected. Like a diamond, I will defeat you myself. Alright, time to boil some water for potatoes. What?! It's 100 degrees Celsius. Gratitude, yes! Ow. Next question. I believe in you, EvilJess. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you, which makes you forget what you were doing. Oh, shit. What a hunk! I know, right? Yikes! I know you love more than anything than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Brr. You might not have any hands, but EvilJess does, and good chefs need to be touching the dough to make sure when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. Don't forget by going... You don't get far by going the easy way. EvilJess, no! It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it won't be fair to compare the two on account of EvilJess's injury. You see Sprinkles lick his doggy chops before he locks on the dish. But I suppose you should tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask EvilJess to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicious hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult.
If you wouldn't mind...
Colonel Sanders, can you lend me your hand?
Causing it to melt away, revealing the hidden ingredients. You find delicate fried cheese, croquette, honeycomb, ice. Oh my god. But not as impressed as he dips his finger. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you! Hee hee hee!
He places his sauce, and Ashley leans over and whispers something in the ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mushroom. That goatee isn't just a fashion statement. I was saving that for later. Game over. Ah! Son of a bitch! Okay, we gotta try this shit again. I wish he hadn't distracted me! Jesus. Alright, we really gotta try better. Alright, come on. Alright, fuck it, I'm just gonna have him do it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool! Good one, Van. I like your gumption, EvilJess. Okay, I'll be watching your performance. Alright, so I had to pick the fucking start. Arroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote from me, in case anyone was wondering, and I hope this message lifts you to victory.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure.
Lovin. Let's see, gratitude. Ah, shit. You're really struggling to keep up. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we got the dessert, which she made. Damn Colonel Sanders for distracting me while cooking. Cause your eyebrows to catch fire, you turn dust. They fall off your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are alive and decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not even fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, think again. I wasn't always the man you see. Before you enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successfully motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. That actually is true. I was passionate about livestock, but I failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. True. I didn't know. And assume I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving it the best I had to give. I could see something igniting exciting me. A passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Just as your moment grows inert, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's a spork monster! Borgo?
It is I know I said I would be back, but after my whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Aw, thanks, Borgo. I'm glad that there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no, I was a golden retriever. But I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely. I had procured a copy of myself, but somewhere along the way I lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would want to cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, EvilJess. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Colonel Sanders' home, you are surrounded by things you start to feel a special bond with him. Look at that big cock. Right there. That big fat cock. It looks like you've lived such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, and never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures, but I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, something crispy, or perhaps both. Now that you got him right where you want it, should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret? Just review. You decide, are you ready to share your original cooking idea with Colonel Sanders? You reach into your lunch bag and pull out that special dish you've been... I present to you my original coleslaw. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to that last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You offer to make him more, but he seems the sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Alright, so you can tap on an item. Adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor with a goatee and a mustache he sports. You figure this must be Colonel Sanders himself. Aww. Maybe it's that drumstick he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Heh. Okay, there's a safe. I am not gonna try to snoop that. Photos used except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs, some spices. who my friend Pete is. Ooh. Ah, the door is open. Should I snoop? Fuck it, let's snoop. Ha! What is this? What they meant? I usually don't loan these out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! Let's see. Should I lie? Oh, Ala wishes with the rain! And she's probably face palming because she just realized what the fuck I'm playing! Hey, everybody. My name is EvilJess. I'm the Foxy Gamer. And we're playing the I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulation. Oh, you should rewind all the way back to the beginning. Oh, it's fucking Ala. It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. It is like, it is so funny as hell. That is good research, woman. I'm gonna lie and say... I don't know what to pick! I have his coat on! I don't know what to say! Should I lie and say I like him? Or should I just say I'm telling him I'm cold and... Or should I tell him I was snooping? I'm gonna say I'm just cold. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Ooh. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? You wanted food. When don't I want food? Especially fried chicken, baby. Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door, but the thought of leaving the Colonel and Miss... gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, EvilJess. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. You're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Here we go. Let's see what fucked up dream sequence I'm gonna see now. Yeah, there it is! Everybody on some chicken biscuits! Woo! This game is really fucked up. There's apparently 5 endings that I'm aware of. I don't know how to get them, but I... You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast. Your mouth waters at the sight. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. Would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine, your taste buds, that is. We're gonna flatter him. You know, I think we might be a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking about you? It's happening all so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feeling, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and go home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School of Academy waits for no one. You get home, sign something. Your best friend is waiting for you. Chicken attack! Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you and I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now it turns out you're fine. I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together to get to know me. I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? That's typical first day to go on with a talking pressure cooker. And now I'm not really
really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell the whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night might just be too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers! Miriam offers me support no matter what I do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at the school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from the distance they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact, because, you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? That sounds delicious!
Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. Yeah, you got, like, fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Thought with the very, very thick-ass thighs, and Dumbass Kid.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides on to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, EvilJess, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist from the injury, makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you could go on cooking like that. You might as well just give up. I never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as things are close to boiling over. Naturally intuitive person, he senses something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? EvilJess, how's the hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail, winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner has been cited, but your presentation was quite impressive. What's he doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, EvilJess, I'm more capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of foods. See you inside, EvilJess. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you're feeling by the interaction with Ashley, you take out a spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Uh-oh. Whoa! That's book?
It looks like it's bad news.
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I really don't believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know! Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open the page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. Written around the edges of the page. I could use the spell here. It says it will release anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it'll probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That's way too drastic! Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Like not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger?
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Nope, I ain't doing it. Not doing it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. I've been warned not to do it. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want all of you to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches as he begins to breathe quickly. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken on rawhide. Ahem. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My EvilJess, were you studying with something with cinnamon? I believe I've been sitting on this lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. It actually brings up an important point. Thank you, EvilJess, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sparkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back. Uh-oh.
I told you to save it for after class. You think I want to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but they still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, Jake and Jay forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can hold all the hands as you pedal down the mountain or a cliff, or off a cliff for all I care.
Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his track.
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank.
Clank bursts, chirps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public bake-off to cast a pall on the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam! I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. A test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk.
Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm mad. I could smash a tiny mug spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure. So you should know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me.
Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta. I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, a big ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along.
If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole world or year, so what?
You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest in you anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were prep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea on how to spend your time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of the final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed Man-Man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As you plan to begin to run through a quick test of recipe you've been working on, EvilJess's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you. You're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cream session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. EvilJess, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success, and I'm looking at my station picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake. The smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes up! I'm gonna fess up about the fact. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. There's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect something left from an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Haha, no, I can smell it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except cook with everything you've got! You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you to the edge of victory. Meanwhile, the ramp hand are preparing elaborate dishes per the usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big cooking small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on his something perfect, his original copyrighted recipe, fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with the frenzy in the action. Everyone's calling out very special cooking moves as they prepare for food. Wow, this is getting serious! Colonel Sanders batters his chicken and levitates it through the air. Egg whoosh! Miriam fiercely injects grenades into an itty-bitty pot of froth. Best friend, baster blaster! Van flexes his pectoral as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and ride. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point. Chicken cooking technique. Wait, did Clank just learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold! We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all! Self-destruct! Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out! Is she gonna use some dark magics to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own. You're desperate not to see her win another battle. Certainly, you're going to take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic. No, I must hang on to the source of good! Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. And gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, EvilJess. Miriam notices too.
I've always believed in you, EvilJess, ever since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever!
Miriam, what about your dish? If you're cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food, shortcut time. I already have it done. So I thought I'd help you!
Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's the secret ingredient.
Oh, shit! Sending Miriam for the watery noodles begin to swirl bubbly. Oh, no! It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. You conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. Better than on TV. You crazy kids, your culinary skills really impressed me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got his grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross of magical items accidentally summoned me, huh? Ha, yeah, you guessed it right, sort of. If you're, could you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef. Actually, you know, when I was just a little spork puck back in the old country. You can tell the Spork Monster's going to wind up and tell a very long, involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was very lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you can watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. I get that all the time in monster school, that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up... You toss Steve a serious stare, and he takes the hint. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck! Having suffered this seed, you don't know if you could ever win. Summoning a deep power from me! I can do this. I have what it takes! I'm here to win! Hey, Firebird. Your hair turns into mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body! My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for...
Yes, EvilJess! You are the chosen one. You will avenge me!
The power you've been summoning immediately fades blackout. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds are preparing for their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery! You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know what? With this power, you can do anything! Except turn back time, which would have been super useful because you were powering up your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven. It can't be served. But don't worry, EvilJess. You have suffered setbacks. But all is not lost! Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking with your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese. The time is almost up, and you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. Besides, sometimes unexpected cooking combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting, if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present me your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank?
Off screen, you hear a pure innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying!
Sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pipe hanging on a broom by the hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now!
Let me guess.
Did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook a thing.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in all of the school's history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, a beep, or another onomatopoeia. But there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. It has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat! Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny nakaromori I spy afloat in its itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, Chef.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and just letting the tip of his little dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal is devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with so much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a big hug.
Thank you, EvilJess, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni smoothie egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with the spines from the second? Different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff Mizuni, but he can't get his nose on account of all the spikes and begins to pot at ground, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Gah. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in. Tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch! My tongue! Professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. This coleslaw! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour! This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swelling tongue another minute, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, I'm a dog, and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student! Ashley, it is time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight and light rose water syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It is very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, EvilJess? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and I did an extremely good job of cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry.
I suppose I could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but
Don't breathe the sugar. Don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
if food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she cannot keep her two-faced routine.
You know, you wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you.
With that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sandals, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drumroll plays. Just when I thought I seen everything, you give me this thing? And completely blow me away in my 49 years of dog life. I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you'll get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend into reality, into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new item is so impressive that Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. Was there supposed to be more battles? But come on, how could there be anything better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, they're turned for one last assignment to get their groove on! The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as a site for the school's graduation dance! Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Oh! You know that Sparkles is a master chef, but a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Ba-dum-bumch. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they're committed themselves to righting the wrongs they all did while they were villains. Holy fucking bulge! For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together,
it's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer everyone refer to me with my new name, Potty Monster. Student tries to finish what he has to say, but everyone was too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere, but who would command such an entrance? It's Pop! He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched on top of his chef's dirty hat, a crown! Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exams except your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, I get it now. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling electrical history. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. He's still doing that talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What?
I actually feel like I knew this the whole time.
Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam,
will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I just begun to learn who I am really, and this isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank.
You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough just to give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal! I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man, not by reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Question mark?
No, that's not the end.
As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. EvilJess, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might tell me what qualifies that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the topic of my head, I don't know, a spicy muss, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand, Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'm so glad to spend it with you, EvilJess. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at the school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn his respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll in pastry school. Oh, my dear EvilJess, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end!